close enough. Howdy do guys, it's Ayla, and today I'm going to go through my sexuality and my gender. There's certain aspects that kind of change my obvious sexuality and not so obvious gender.
Please don't tell me that's my parents.
I'm going to start with my gender. So there's not really an obvious gender with me, which is what I go for. I currently identify as gender fluid, which means that my gender is on a spectrum, from 0 being feminine and 10 being masculine. I am about here. I'm about an 8 towards masculine. I still identify as female, like I still go by she and her pronouns. Online I identify with they, their pronouns, purely because it goes with gender fluidity and I believe it suits me better with my image. Within my family and my friends and work colleagues, I still go by she and her pronouns, purely because it's difficult for the process to change, and a lot of people find it easier to use different pronouns when it's a different name. And I don't have any intention of changing my name at the moment. I do dress more masculine, as you can tell. I do bind my chest. It just makes me much more comfortable in who I am. Onto my sexuality, people assume that I am lesbian. And that's purely more because of my image and because I only date girls. That's not because I am a lesbian. That's because I get along in the right way with girls. I do identify as bisexual privately. Publicly I identify as lesbian purely because I know that I've got to find the right guy in order to be in a relationship with a guy, because I've got issues with guys from previous relationships that I'm not going to divulge into. It's not clear cut. Sexuality and gender, I don't believe, needs to be clear cut. One day you might feel like you're more feminine, one day you might feel like you're more masculine. Don't mean you're gender fluid, don't mean you're FTM, don't mean you're MTF. Identify as who you want to identify as, and I don't believe in, really, I don't think you should put a label on yourself straight away. Like, take some time to get to know yourself and figure yourself out before you get a label on yourself, because my label of being a lesbian was put on me way back in secondary school, because as soon as you like a girl, people judge you and people assume that you only like girls. A lot of people don't understand that you can like boys and girls. Since I was in year 10, which is now 5 years ago, I've only ever dated girls. I just haven't found the right kind of guy that sparks my interest, in all honesty. Maybe one day I will, maybe one day I won't. The next relationship I have might be with a girl and it might last forever. Next relationship I have might be with a guy and it might last forever. There's no telling what can happen in the future.
A nice little story about me coming out in school. From then on, I sort of got a sense that people that then became my friend only wanted to be friends with me because I was gay, and they could then say, oh my god, yeah, I'm not homophobic because I've got a gay friend. A lot of people jumped to conclusions because I came out and I was interested in a girl at school, and everyone knew who the girl was, even the girl knew who she was. But then, like, in public they was all accepting of me, and I feel like some people were very two-faced about it, like especially the girls. When I was in the change rooms, I felt uncomfortable around the girls because I felt like they was all like changing the way they changed into their PKs and out of their PKs, because before I came out they would all just like strip off because we're all girls, we've all seen it, we all got the same parts, all that bullshit. Struggled and took their tops off and then hid their boobs, and I was just like, look, just because I'm a lesbian doesn't mean I'm attracted to you, doesn't mean I'm attracted to every girl, and doesn't mean I'm looking at you, because I'm not. I'm focusing on me getting changed, not you getting changed. If any of you are watching, I don't have any hard feelings against you, and if that's not how you wanted to come across, then I'm sorry, but that's how it felt. No hard feelings against any of it.
A hard side's coming out. People do judge you straight away, but you just need to ignore it the best you can. Don't let it affect you. I let it affect me, and it's still affecting me now. The way I coped, I still struggle with day in, day out now, but I'm starting to discover who I am, and it's starting to make me feel more comfortable with myself and more confident. That's my gender and my sexuality, and a nice little story for you guys about my sexuality. Like, comment and subscribe, guys. I will see you guys later.